When assessing the clarity in a diamond, the fewer impurities or inclusions that are trapped within the structure of the stone, the higher the grade of clarity. But do you need to worry about the different types of inclusion, and does this affect the value and the appearance of the diamond? Identifying the exact mineral or impurity that has been trapped within the diamond billions of years ago is almost impossible. But by looking at the shape and the structure of the inclusion, specific names can be given to certain types. When you look at a diamond certificate, you'll often have a clarity characteristics line or an inclusion map with a key. This is telling you what the inclusions look like in your diamond, and in the case of the inclusions map, where they are positioned within the stone. So this diamond has a few different types of inclusions. The first inclusion is called a crystal. Some crystals can resemble a diamond within a diamond, and some can resemble bubbles. Some crystals can be so thick that they start to take on a darker and even a black appearance. The next inclusion is called a cloud. This is a very broad term, as it means there's a collection of small inclusions close together. They can look though very different. If the diamond has a larger cloud, it may start to appear cloudy or hazy, and this can have a significant effect on the appearance of the stone to the naked eye. Next, we have a feather. This is probably the easiest type of inclusion to identify and define. It's a crack or a fracture within the stone that has the appearance of a feather. These are caused by the immense pressure as a diamond's risen through the Earth's crust. Notice that they are nearly always white, and they vary significantly in size and shape. Next is a needle inclusion. This is similar to the crystal inclusion, but as the name suggests, it's needle-like in shape. This type of inclusion is often white, and it's actually very rarely visible to the naked eye. The final type of inclusion in this stone is called an indented natural. And this is where part of the skin of the rough diamond is left on the surface of the polished stone, and that then intrudes into the diamond. Now, though strictly speaking it's not an inclusion in the regular sense, it is counted as one, as it does sort of break the natural surface of the stone. And when it doesn't break the surface, it's simply called a natural, and it's not counted as inclusion. Now, what's interesting is you could have an internally flawless diamond, but it still had a natural marked on the inclusion map. Naturals are pretty much always on the girdle of the diamond. There are some other less common types of inclusion, such as twinning wisp. These are formed when a diamond stops growing and then starts growing again, maybe thousands of years later, but in a different direction. This change in grain leaves a mark in the stone, rather like the crown in your hair or a knot in a piece of wood. These inclusions are very common in heart-shaped stones, as the resultant twin stone is a very suitable shape for a heart-shaped diamond. When you're buying a diamond, it's important to look at the detail of the impurities within the stone, so you know why your diamond has been given its particular grade of clarity. This is especially important when buying a diamond with a lower grade of clarity, as it can sometimes significantly affect both the appearance and the price of the stone. looking to buy a diamond, you may start to notice that the colour grade has quite an impact on the price. What is diamond colour? Well, most diamonds have hints of colour, usually yellow or brown. The colour is not a measure of the quality of a diamond, but the rarity. The less colour a diamond has, the rarer it is. Diamond colour is caused by chemical impurities. For example, nitrogen will cause a yellow tint to the stone. There have been diamond colour grading systems since the early 1700s, but today we use the standard that the GIA, or Gemological Institute of America, invented and developed in the 1950s. This scale starts with D and continues with increasing presence of colour to Z. D colour diamonds are completely colourless and are the rarest and chemically pure, so sell for a higher price. Z colour diamonds are a light yellow or brown and will usually sell for a much lower price. When a diamond is being graded for its colour, it's given to a gemologist with a master set of stones that they will use to compare the diamond that they are grading. The diamond is positioned face down rather than face up, so that the gemologist can evaluate the body colour without it being obscured by the brilliance of the diamond. Here is an H colour diamond in the face down position under diffused lighting. You may be able to see a slight hint of yellow versus the white background. If we place a D colour diamond next to it, the difference will become a little bit more apparent. If we now look at the same two diamonds, this time face up, you'll see that it's much harder to see the difference. And now we've got 4 diamonds in the face down position, a D colour on the left, then an F, H, and finally a J colour on the right. These diamonds have all been certified by GIA. We can now start to see the range of colours as we go down the scale. Once again, if we view the F, H and J coloured stones from above, the difference is much harder to see. This is because the stone reflects white light back to the eye. Some shapes of diamonds, like the emerald cut, show up colour differences a little more due to the nature of the facet arrangement. Here is a D colour emerald next to an H colour emerald diamond. The difference is just noticeable if you look carefully. Though the colour grade of a diamond is a very good guide, it doesn't tell us everything. There is a degree of variance within each grade that can make a difference to the appearance and the price of a diamond. These two G colour diamonds are a good example of this. They've both been certified by GIA to have a G colour, but the stone on the right isn't quite as clear or white as the stone on the left. As with all of the 4 Cs, diamond colour is very subjective. What may be right for one person may not be right for you. Some people find that lower grades like J or K are preferable as it adds a certain warmth to the stone, whilst others prefer higher colour grades for their purity. When you're buying a diamond, make sure that you take the time to view as many different colour grades as possible so that you can be sure that you make the right decision.
Los diamantes son unos cristales extraños, compuestos fundamentalmente por carbono. Son la sustancia natural más dura que existe. Un buen corte manipula la luz para maximizar el brillo de una piedra. Eso intensifica la belleza del diamante y aumenta su valor. Los diamantes tienen una gran gama de colores, pero el más habitual para la joyería es el blanco. Al principio es una piedra grande y vasta. El objetivo es tallar el diamante más grande posible, pero eliminando todas las imperfecciones que puedan restarle valor. Para hacer este trabajo de precisión, los maestros talladores usan una lupa lupa que aumenta el tamaño de la piedra hasta 10 veces. Examinan cuidadosamente el diamante bruto una y otra vez, intentando determinar la mejor forma de dividir la pieza. Deben serrar el diamante en la dirección de la veta. A continuación, usando cola caliente, aseguran el diamante en bruto a un soporte colocado sobre la sierra. La sierra tiene una hoja de bronce muy fina, pero no puede cortar el diamante por sí sola. Solo un diamante puede cortar otro diamante. Por eso se aplica a la hoja una mezcla de polvo de diamante y aceite. Cortar a la mitad un diamante en bruto de tamaño normal puede llevar hasta 4 horas. El segundo paso en el tallado de un diamante es el pulido. Es el proceso de formar el diamante. Una máquina especial le da primero la forma básica. A continuación, el diamantista aplica cola en una herramienta de soporte. Así el diamante se sujetará firmemente en su sitio. Presiona el diamante contra una rueda giratoria de hierro colado a la que se ha aplicado una mezcla de polvo de diamante y aceite. Primero elimina las marcas que dejó la sierra. Después, para darle brillo a la piedra, forma las facetas, un diseño particular de pequeñas caras planas, de formas variadas. Las facetas están diseñadas para que reflejen la luz de unas a otras. Cada una de ellas debe tener el tamaño y la forma precisa, y debe cortarse en el ángulo adecuado en relación a las otras facetas para crear el máximo brillo. Aquí, el diamantista comienza con la faceta central o tabla, que es la parte superior del diamante. A continuación le toca a la culata, es decir, las facetas en ángulo que terminan en punta en la parte inferior del diamante. Si se tallan demasiado profundas o poco profundas, la luz se escapará por el fondo y el diamante será oscuro en el centro y apagado en general. El diamantista usa herramientas especiales para medir el ángulo y crea la inclinación ideal a 42 grados. Después, se tallan las facetas de la corona, las que rodean el diamante directamente bajo la tabla. Usando otro tipo de sujeción, el diamantista talla lo que se denomina filetín, el anillo de facetas que separa las facetas de la corona, la mitad superior del diamante, y las facetas de la culata, la parte inferior. Los diamantes se pesan usando un sistema de medida basado en los quilates. Un quilate equivale a 0,2 gramos. El pulido de un diamante de un quilate puede llevar entre 3 y 4 horas. Una vez terminado, se hierve en ácido para eliminar residuos. Este diamante terminado tiene 58 facetas. Este es el tallado que se denomina brillante, sin duda el estilo de tallado más habitual y que se remonta al siglo XVII. La calidad del tallado es un factor clave a la hora de clasificar los diamantes. Los expertos también evalúan lo que se denomina claridad, el grado de imperfecciones de la piedra. Así que la próxima vez que miren el escaparate de una joyería, al menos ya sabrán por qué no pueden permitirse el diamante de sus sueños.